Hi y'all, it's been so long. It's been over a week since I've cooked with you. So I wanted to let you know I'm still sticking with my diet plan, still trying to do really good healthy eating. Tonight I'm making cauliflower mac and cheese. So I've taken a big head of cauliflower and I've just divided it up into little sections and I'm put them in some salted water to boil. So that's the first step of this dish. The other thing I'm going to be making is some steamed asparagus. And so I've got the asparagus here. And I just wanted to show you, a lot of people will just come in and just cut the ends off of the asparagus, like just chop them at a certain, and the thing is that asparagus is, each one gets tender to a certain point and then it gets really stalky. That's the only word I know. It's like the stalk gets more tough. So what I do is I just take them and bend them, and wherever they snap, that's where the tender part is. And you never really can tell until you start doing it. Sometimes it might be really short, but then other times it might be, way on out here somewhere. See, that one's a little longer. So anyhow, that's what I do with them, and then I'll just put these in my steamer and let them steam because they're delicious just like that. I mean, you can roast them, but to me, I just love them steamed. They get more tender, and you can put a little lemon juice on them, tiny bit of butter if you're dieting, and or if you're not dieting, you can put hollandaise sauce or whatever you want over them. So anyhow, I'll get back with y'all when this gets a little bit further along. Okay, I'm back. The cauliflower is very fork tender. You slide your fork right in it. So I've drained it. I'm putting it back in the same pan, and then I'm going to chop it up a little bit so that it's a good bit smaller pieces. So I'm just going to mash it a little bit like this. Not really like mashed potatoes or anything, but just chopping it. I'm using this Pampered Chef tool that I have. I think y'all remember this. It's just a food chopper, which is great for chopping ground beef up when you're trying to brown it. So I think that's probably chopped those in pretty small pieces now. So I want you to kind of see the consistency here. Let me bring it over to you. There's one. Didn't get it chopped good enough. But you can see they're just chopped up in fairly small pieces because we want it to be sort of like a mac and cheese. So like these are pasta pieces. So anyhow, now I'm going to add in 4 ounces of cottage cheese. And 3 ounces here of shredded cheddar cheese. And then it says splash of milk, so I'm not quite sure how much a splash of milk is going to be. So I think I'll do it maybe by tablespoons first, and we'll just add a tablespoon and see how that does. We may need to add more, get it juicy enough for us. But anyhow, I'm just going to heat this and keep stirring it until this all melts in here. If you're not doing the diet thing like me, I make what I call cheesy cauliflower, but I cook my cauliflower and then I make a mayonnaise and mustard mixture that I put over it, and then I shred Velveeta cheese over it and bake it, and y'all, that's delicious too. But trying to do this recipe right now. Turn this fire down a little bit. I think it's going to take a little bit more milk for that to really start melting. Maybe 2 more. That'd be like 3 tablespoons of milk so far. Yep. So I'm going to keep heating this and letting it melt, and I will get back with you as soon as it gets ready for the next. Okay, I'm back, and we've got it looking pretty good now. You can see that it's kind of melted all in there. And now the next step is to stir in a tablespoon of mustard. That's just regular yellow mustard. And then to add some garlic powder. I've got like 1/4 of a teaspoon here, so I'm just going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder in there. And about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper. And now and by the way, I wound up adding 2 more tablespoons of that milk, just to get it juicy enough that it would really start melting everything. Good. All right. So this looks all mixed in right now. And it's pretty hot, so now I'm going to turn the fire off, and we're going to put it in a nice casserole dish. So I'm just going to spray it with some Pam. And let me get let's see if I can do this. This is when it would pay to be left-handed, so y'all could do this easier. Alright, so now I just spread this out in the pan, casserole dish. And then I'm going to top it with another 1 ounce of the cheddar cheese. This just has to bake until this cheese melts. I could actually just put it under the broiler because it's hot enough. But since I've already got my oven on bake, I'm probably just gonna put it in there and bake it. Anyhow, looks pretty good, y'all. And I'll let you know how it turns out. I'm gonna put it in the oven in just a minute. I've got some bacon that's going in the oven too. And when I bring the mac and cheese or the cauliflower and cheese out, I'll crumble the bacon on top, because believe it or not, that's on the recipe and it's part of the diet plan. I'm very happy about that. Anyhow, I'll be back with you in a few minutes. All right, y'all, the feast is ready. I just took the cauliflower mac and cheese out of the oven. Now I'm supposed to sprinkle the bacon all over the top of it, which is unbelievable, but looks yummy. That was about 9 pieces of bacon. I'm just going to spread it around a little bit on here, like that. Hopefully y'all can see that well. Let me move this back a little bit, make sure you can see it. Look how good that looks. Yum, yum. So we're gonna have cauliflower mac and cheese, asparagus that I steamed over in the steamer, and then Bob is gonna have some country fried steak, which I made. and I can show y'all that on another video. And then for dessert, he'll probably have ice cream, chocolate ice cream with almonds or something. So I made myself a little blueberry compote, and I can do this on another video and show y'all how I did that. So anyhow, it's going to be a great meal, and I can't wait to try it all. But we're going to eat because it's nice and hot right now, so we're about to go eat. I'll talk to y'all later. All right, y'all, I've got my plate served here, so I'm going to taste this and give you how I feel about it. Cheese, cauliflower, and that bacon, oh my gosh. This does not feel like a diet, y'all. Hopefully I'll weigh in tomorrow and it'll be worth the while. See y'all later.